Each time I see beautiful buildings like that, wonderful structures like this, and even upcoming project like that, I can't help but imagine how much the human brain has evolved, how much we've grown as human beings from being people that are just barely trying to survive on planet Earth into the humans that we are today, building wonderful structures like this, making the life a very conducive place for us to live. It's really amazing how much we've been able to achieve together as human beings. But this is where I really want you to pause and meditate. And that's the fact that everything that we see today, there was none of them that was ever built once. Every great and wonderful thing that we enjoy today was built twice. And when I say twice, first it was built in the mind of a great man or woman, as the case may be, before it was ever built on earth, and before it was ever these wonderful things that we all see and enjoy today. So the most important part, and the first part, was it was built in the mind of a great person. And the interesting part of this is the fact that most of these ideas, we carry them, or the initiators carry them all through their lives. Some ideas were carried in the mind of people for months, some for years, some for decades, some was carried all through their lifetime. And there's a lot of ideas that went to the grave with the people that think about it. And sometimes when we talk about ideas that went to the grave, most of the time are ideas that people are too scared or think are too big to really work on, procrastination and all that. So this brings me to somebody, to myself, and to somebody out there that have a great idea in his head, that is thinking of something, or she's having something that she think could change the world, but you're scared to even talk about it. You think people are going to call you crazy. You think people are going to say it's impossible. You look around you and it seems like nothing like that has ever been done before. I just want you to take a minute, step out of your house and look around your environment and really tell yourself the truth. Do you think everything that you can see right now was there at the beginning of the world? Somebody thought about it. Somebody was called crazy when he shared those ideas. Somebody was laughed at when he decided to say this could be possible. But today we all enjoy all these things because those people that thought about them was stubborn and was persistent, was consistent enough to give it a try. Even when they fail, they see it as an opportunity to try again. So my advice for somebody, for myself, is when we think about something, let's remember it's a two-stage process. The thinking, the building it in our mind, and the physical building, right? So, and I want to say the mind one is even the most important, because if you can have a mental picture of what you want to do, it's almost impossible for somebody to stop you. So another thing I think most of these great inventors share in common is the fact that they were consistent. They never gave up. They never let anybody make them feel like they don't know what they are saying. So what I would like us to do, I say us because we're all in this together. What I would like us to do as people that think, as great thinkers, is for us to be very critical enough to understand that even when we have those fear, the idea is not the problem. We don't need kill the idea, we need kill the fear. And most time when we have fear, it's not because we don't trust what we want to do, but it's just because our brain hasn't seen those things before. They are new to our brain based on the level of understanding, based on the level of education, the level of tools, resources that we have at the time is not enough for our brain to process the idea that is building. So it makes it sound like it's impossible. So rather than kill the idea, I want us to kill the fear. And one of the ways we can kill the fear is to prepare our mind, is to prepare our brain, is to equip our brain, is to look for help, is to look for resources. So I'm challenging somebody out there to go out and not kill your idea, but look for connections, look for resources, look for people that can help you develop, build, and nest that idea that you have. And before you share your idea, one most important thing is that you need to come to a point where you understand it, where you can defend it, where you are not going to be checked by somebody trying to make you feel like it is worthless. You need to understand yourself to that point. You need to develop yourself to that point. You need to get all the information that is important to get you to that level where you are uncheckable. And when you get to that point, trust me, there's nothing. All you need is to work on your idea to the point where you are able to defend it before anybody. Get all the tools, the resources, develop yourself to that point that you know something about everything about your idea. And when you get to that point, trust me, you're unstoppable. All that is left is to launch, because you have already built it in your mind and it's well rooted in your head. So building it out in the physical is just going to be so easy, because at that point, there's going to be a lot of resources that you already gathered, and there's going to be a lot of people that you can leverage on, a lot of synergy that you can build. The most important thing, and the only part that needs just you, is to build it so strongly in your head. When it's time to build it physically, trust me, there's going to be a lot of people that can come around to assist. Thank you.